Oh boy, another day, another Motorsport Games bombshell drops with the information of Mike Straw. He made three tweets. I have three tabs open so we can look at them and kind of digest these tweets and get my thoughts on them. There's not a ton here that kind of blows my mind, but definitely sets things in and like just being like, yeah, I'm not shocked, but we'll read stuff off here. So Mike Strauss said, I've had a lot of conversations today with Motorsport game employees, both past and present. I'd say the likelihood of a new NASCAR game launching this year is less than 10%, and that might be too high. Not shocked to hear that. Um, I, I've been very skeptical on that. I guess a fun backstory is when Ignition came out, I was unfortunately one of those people that thought they had to release the game. It was a yearly thing no matter what. As we saw in 2022 and throughout like other quarterly calls, they never make the excuse that the game had to come out. So that isn't a thing. So I'm kind of embarrassed that I thought that. But yeah, this is just about all but confirms it. So this is not really, like I said, not really surprising because NASCAR Rivals, it's literally that's like the only new NASCAR game that came out in 2022, and it's literally just Heat 5 but worse because all the new tracks they add were pretty broken. The sound is a bit of a mess. It's still a bit of a problem, even down to the career mode. I mean, the only things that are different: Gen 7 cars, the fifth gear, which those were things they had to have upgraded, and just the overlay HUD is like a different color. That's about. I mean, it's such a soulless cash grab. And what else came out in 2022 was the NASCAR Ignition expansion pack for the 2022 cars, and that was horrific and didn't really do anything. In fact, it broke more things, and yeah, just pretty depressing. So this news isn't, like I said, not shocked. But what's impressive is he even Mike Straw thinks that 10% is too high, which, damn, I didn't even. It definitely paints a picture. So the second tweet says one source, there is no chance in NASCAR this year, 100%. I'm not sure they can actually make it any time. There's only 4 people left from the whole team. Yikes! That's the first thing I thought of. I even in my reply said, "Damn," something too is, wasn't there like 9 people working there like a month or two ago? What happened? Like more people are dropping like flies there, and I remember in one, an Alan Bailey's like live stream. I think I asked the question how many people were working there before versus now, which at that point in time was 9 people are working there, and he was saying there was like 21 to 25. So they went from 25 people roughly to 4. God damn, that's awful. I mean, we're reaching like, I think even 704 had some more. They might have had 5. Like, it's that sad. I don't know what to say. That is a freaking yikes. So yeah, it's a skeleton crew. And if there's 4 people, then how many are working on an IndyCar game? And how many are supposed to divide their time to make the new NASCAR game? Like, split them half and half, so we got 2 on this, and that's not realistic. And even if, by some act of some religious figure, that they get a NASCAR 23 out, it's not going to be good. It's going to be a complete disaster. It took Ignition, they worked on that for like 2 to 3 years, and that was one of the biggest disasters. If 23 comes out, the best feature of the game might be just booting it up and going through the menu. That might be the highlight of the game. So yeah, it's a disaster. I mean, it is just it sucks for people that actually want to play these console games, and it sucks just as much for content creators like myself that kind of rely on playing these games for a living. So yeah, I don't know. That's pretty bad. It's bad on all parties. No one wins except for DK. His pockets win. So I guess there's some victory at the end of that rainbow. But yeah, so that is terrifying that there's only 4 people. Do I need to say anymore how much of a yikes that is? And yeah, that's horrible. And the last tweet was him replying to someone, and he said, personally, this is just my feeling and opinion. I think IndyCar is the last game to see Motorsport games, which I think that's a strong possibility. Even then, it still isn't impressive or anything. It's just... It almost feels like I'm going to a funeral with how depressing all this stuff is, because nothing good's coming out. Remember when they were supposed to be like really open and transparent about that? Whatever happened to that Heat 5 DLC? You know, it was... Oh, the roadmap's fine. Everything full sail. It's such a disaster. It's just... It's good that we're getting insight and reports on this. But, yeah, 2023, yeah, it's going to be, I don't even know, like, I don't even know what to equate it to, but what I can say is that this whole debacle with this company has to be one of the biggest shit show disasters that I've ever seen, especially from a NASCAR game side of things. You thought, like, Technics was bad, 704, like, this company ain't got nothing on them. I mean, it makes EA look good. Not that I want EA to come back. No. But it almost makes EA look better by comparison. That's sad. It's just, I don't even know, like, it's so awful and just terrible, no good, bad. All of the words to express this. It's what else can I possibly add? The IndyCar screenshot doesn't do anything. It's just, that's what they have to show after all this time. It's just a screenshot that just is basically probably from rFactor 2. That's it. Some of the cars don't even have the sponsors on it yet. It doesn't even have a career mode. It's got time trial. They're talking about time trial. Oh my god. I might need some deodorant here or something. Or, I don't know. I might need to take this hoodie off or something, because we got time trial. Fans of IndyCar have been waiting 20 years for a game since 2004. And even that game had a career mode. So you're basically... It's just poor IndyCar fans. If you're an IndyCar fan, don't look forward to this game. Look what happened with Ignition. The disaster everyone had to go through with that. I would not be hyped about the IndyCar game. I would be amazed if they charged like a $60 full retail price. They better be charging that for like $3, maybe $3 for $1 for online, $1 for championship mode, and $1 for that time trial or whatever. That might be all it's worth. And even then, I feel like that might be going too far. But this is so bad. It's so bad. I mean, it is. This is what iRacing IndyCar died for. It died for a company that probably won't even exist to the end of this year, and just, yeah. So, I don't know. It's just depressing, but it's good that we're getting confirmation on these things. I had about a 5% chance of when this game if 23 was even going to come out with this IndyCar game. I don't even know. It's doomsday. It's doomsday for the NASCAR console side of things. I mean, it's been dead since like 2021 to be honest, but it's even deader now. So that is just alarming, horrible. Still don't know if all of them have been paid yet. I do wonder, for the people that they did actually pay, are the ones that are left there currently. So those were the 4 that they paid, and then the rest left. I don't know. I'm just having irresponsible speculation, but yeah, I feel more for the developers, because they're just put in this just impossible situation. Like, what are 4 people going to do with a NASCAR game or an IndyCar game? Not a whole heck of a lot, especially, like I said, with how Ignition was. Like, that took 2 years with, peak MSG conditions in just stability of the company versus now that's lower than the viewfinder of my face cam. It's just a mess. Is it a shock to anyone? Maybe not. Captain Saliba's there on the port bow, freaking defending this company and chilling all the way to the end. That's a whole other rant on its own. That's why I made the Ryan Moody supercut video. People were like wondering, like, why is that uploaded? That this is irrelevant. It's like, no, it's still important to kind of show that a lot of the things he's doing are just the way he's carrying is the same. It's still the same. So it's important. It's important to get context. That's a whole other rant. It's Disco Inferno made a video and it was way better. It's just sad. It's even sadder too because the biggest person that's covering these games gaslights his audience, calls them haters. The gas station worker comment, which was bizarre, and just a horrific, horrible representation of what the community really wants. I mean, when even his own Patreon people are memeing and making fun of him for being a shill, I mean, that's just really sad. Like, I don't know how I would not feel comfortable with that, but you know, he's a big boy. He's an adult. He keeps really reiterating that point, even though his childlike mentality of any people that bring up criticism or anything of these games and like they're just haters with a Z at the end to be edgy. It's just pathetic. Like that's just it's so childlike, and it just perpetuates MSG, because if we had someone like a Disco Inferno, like myself, that was at that tier, 70+ thousand subscribers, rallying behind, you know, against the man, and, you know, I don't know, I just hope people aren't gullible enough to believe everything he says, because that's the most scariest thing, is he has such an influence, and when you have an influence like that, you have, directly or indirectly, have a lot of weight and hold and pull in the things you say, which is why I always go on tangents all the time about not all the time, but that's why I made those videos about the commission stories, like artists that have hundreds of thousands of like followers and have a massive clout, and then like they're just, you know, not carrying themselves right, or they're just, or the One Piece situation where a person blocked me on Twitter because he got a lot of negative feedback from people that were calling him out on an episodes like animation, so he just went and like mass blocked everyone. And I never messaged him. I think I messaged him once 3 years ago saying thanks for accepting my friend request. That was literally it, and that was it. That was like the only interaction I've ever had. So he just went and just mass blocked everyone, which is a super crazy childish like thing to do. Like, he was blocking people that had like that weren't even like being mean. It's just sad. And when someone has like that big of a following and they're just not using it properly, or they're, you know, randomly mass blocking people for a stupid dumb reason, you know, it's almost better to not say anything, or just, I don't know, or either you just don't say anything, or you have to have, you know, thick skin beyond comprehension to deal with the haters with the Z. So I don't know. That's a whole other tangent. I don't want to be rambling on different things, but like, I'm trying to equate, you know, the influence when you have that big of a following, and how to, you know, and not misuse it, because, you know, it's, I don't know, it just sucks. This whole situation sucks. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Thank God NASCAR season's up, so I can do race reviews and do like 100. Like, I got some kind of ideas in mind, but after NASCAR Rivals, I mean, what else is there for me to really do? I mean, I could play older games. I guess that would be where I would go, but that's the content creator side of me. I'm just more bummed out for the fans, like, that were looking forward to a NASCAR game maybe this year. It's really sad. I think of myself from like the content creator perspective, but I always think of the general normal consumer and just what they could be dealing with, or just how they could be feeling. because I was there all my life until 2016, so I have an idea. So I don't know. And I always try to be blunt and pretty real with my opinions and not sugarcoat shit. That was something I wanted to keep my standards to ever since I started doing these videos. So I don't know. I'm done. There's not a whole lot of positivity here. It's just sad. I'm done. Have a good day.